Hi. Hello? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I thought my thing was off. Right, I should add a new thingy for my thingies. My reward thingies. Have an idea. Yeah, that'll work. Just added a thingy. Okay, let's go with it. I just want to make sure I have the chat on the side so I could read it, but I'll work on this. And this is from before I had a set amount of how much I would draw. As you can tell, it's bigger than most of the things, and that's why. It's actually bigger than most of the pieces I've normally drawn. I normally don't draw this big anymore. I don't know. It is very big. But I'm not sure how often I'm going to do this. I'm just kind of seeing how well this will go. What? Oh. Yes, it's big. You can see what I'm doing, right? Yeah, I don't really know what people do during art streams other than just draw. I don't want to get copyright struck for like putting music in. Especially if I decide to put this on YouTube, I probably will. I usually like work with stuff on in the background. I mean, I actually do have a channel called Turner Classic Movies playing in the background while I'm working on this because I actually enjoy like listening to that. I mean, I sometimes love watching old movies. What, Wally? Hey. I'm gonna go check on him. Yeah, but here's the thing. Would this be like taken down or something if I played that in the background? That's the main thing that's I'm concerned about. But like if I do put in any Nintendo music, that'll happen. Are you actually telling me to put on Bombra Cyberpunk music while I am drawing? Like unironically. Can I actually wait to do? Should I actually do that? Okay, let me see. Hi, hi, Wally. Hi. Just know that I'm sometimes gonna talk to my dogs. Is that I have two dogs that want attention, cause that's how they are. They're very nice dogs. They're very nice dogs. They're very funny dogs. Yes, they're very funny dogs. Okay, I say like royalty. There's like royalty free music playlist on YouTube actually. Like no copyright background music. Well, oh, there's like a lot of style. There's like a Afro house. Are they? Oh, there's a lot of playlists. There's a whole channel of this stuff. Travel music, outro music, montage, food. Disco House? Well, we're only royalty-free instrumental. How is that? How is this for the music? Like, how's the volume level? What about this? How's this? Okay. Okay, so I guess just give credit. Royalty-free music, no copyright music on YouTube. Thank you for providing us with this playlist of random ass music to listen to, I guess. Alright. And this is my first time doing this type of stream, so I am still learning. I am like a newborn babby with this. Like a dumb babby. I'm saying that to be shitty. I know I am not dumb. You call your cat a dumb babby. Yeah, your cat is a dumb babby. Also, lucky for you, I have ad blocker on YouTube, so yeah, we're not gonna hear ads in between each thingy. Cause I'm cool like that. Yes, your cat is very dumb. She is a dumb babby. That's why we call her the dumb babby. Because she is very, very dumb. She's dumb and has no fear. I'm gonna be honest, I just know that when I upload this, it's going to be like, oh, your file's too big. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I know. What else is new? This was from when I made these files super big in the first place. Cause yeah, this was like, you know the size of like my Mancini week drawings. This is unchanged. Oh god, yeah, that is way too big. I might have to resize my drawing. I mean, I can see how I do with drawing like something this big. I don't know if but I can also resize it maybe. So how is your cat doing anyway? Or your cats, plural. Who's the silliest though? The smokes. She is the very dumb babby. Does you do a meow? Yeah, cause Roscoe's weird, cause she doesn't make sounds. Well, she does, but she just chirps. Oh yeah, don't think I've talked about my dogs here much. Right now, my family has two dogs. We have a Bernese Mountain Dog and another Bernese Mountain Dog. The one Bernese Mountain Dog is named Wally, and the other's named Eve. Wally is a very nice gentleman, and Eve is psycho. She's so psycho that we actually have to put like calming medicine stuff now in her food in the morning. Eve is short for evil. Yeah, my mom calls her Evil Eve. Yes. Yeah, I might actually put on the bottom of Cyberpunk playlist if I do something that's more that aesthetic. I mean, it's short for Genevieve, but we call her Evil Eve. So it makes sense. Or at least my mom calls her that. Because she can be evil. That's because she's spoiled. She is very, very spoiled. Yes, wrong stream. That's when Monday. Hi, Sheila. I swear I have not been drinking. I've only been having water. Don't plan on starting to drink until like my personal server stream. Maybe yes, every stream is the Valkyrie stream if you think hard enough. Especially because I have Arn Grimm and Nanami here. And they're characters from Valkyrie profile. Yes, and yes, that means every stream is peak stream. I just wanted to try something different and do a drawing stream. Because I love drawing. And Bailey knows I love drawing. I literally have been. He literally has to tell me to stop drawing it so much during art fight. I love so much. Because like art fight's like a yearly event where you draw a bunch of draw people's OCs and they sometimes draw yours back. I tend to do a lot of drawing during it. To the point where like my wrist sometimes just hurts afterwards. I have to rest. And so Bailey just kind of started forcing me to take breaks more often. You know, just to make sure that I don't overwork myself. I might have somewhat worked last time, I think. But I think I did that later. And then I just kind of made up for it later by drawing a lot. And then I scared myself into thinking I hurt my wrist and tried to preemptively catch it with my putting a brace on it, and because of like how tight it was and how often I wore it, I might have made it worse. But right now I'm perfectly fine. So far I have no problems. Especially since I got a lot of tools for that to help me with that. Like, I got an ergonomic mouse so I can draw more. Well, not. I don't draw with a mouse actually. I draw with a drawing pad. That's why my lines are usually very good. I do a lot of shading with mouses. That's why I got a mouse, is because if I did a lot of shading, then my wrist would start to hurt. It is, but you do regret it later. Well, I think the thing is I've had a lot of years to practice, and I've had experience with traditional art. It took. I mean, I'm definitely not the best digital artist. Don't think I'm the best artist. Period. I just think I'm very good. Which I think to some people is definitely just being good is enough. Oh, on tablet's better. Thank you, I love to draw a lot. I keep saying I love to draw. But I get it, sometimes it's to a detrimental degree. I mean, I actually drew my PNG tuber, for example. Like, I remember, like, the day I was working on that, I was actually, like, thinking I was planning on doing something else, but then I just decided, I'm just gonna make this. I just worked on that the whole day, and occasionally sent things to Bailey, asking, how does this look? How does this look? Is everything fine? To try and get it up and running. I am very happy with the result of it all. Yes, yippee! I'm just gonna add this dot. because I've also been kind of thinking about and I actually do have like some future games I plan on streaming. Like I actually am going to be streaming Valkyrie Profile 2 after I finish the first game. I mean that just makes sense to play. Uh then I'm gonna do a series where I do like all the Night Gundam RPGs that I can play. Which means I'm actually going to be going back to replay the NES one. Thankfully, the first one on the NES has an English patch, so I won't be floundering as much as when I play that. Oh, when we get to Night of Light and the Hikaru no Kishi and the Densetsu no Nightdan, I might start to flounder a bit. But I think since I think their gameplay style is very similar to the original, like Night Gundam Monogatari, I might not have too much of a problem actually. Then no, like because when I finish Rounder Fish Rika. Are you telling me I need to make an emote that's me as a Magikarp? Or, well, Magikarp, a fish Pokemon. I don't know, I just think of Magikarp first because I think Magikarp's funny. Alright, she has long sleeves. I forgot, and I'm the one who designed her. Wah. You consider me a Milotic. That's a cute compliment, actually. Yes, it's very cute. Yeah, I think you can tell, like, I mean, you can tell a bit, like, how old this piece is, because it is not really consistent with my current art style. Orp. Yeah, I honestly forget when I started working on this. I just knew this was in my drawings folder for a while, and I thought, hey, if I do a drawing stream, I can work on this and subject everyone to my OCX canon, and they will like it. Hurry! You're going to watch me draw my OCX canon drawing, and you are gonna like it! Alright, everyone, what is your favorite SpongeBob episode? I think mine changes, but I think one of my favorites is the Graveyard Shift. I mean, my favorite episode probably will change a lot, but right now I think it's I think the Graveyard Shift probably. That's the one I kind of quote the most, I think. The other's dying for pie. Shanghai's also a very funny episode. That's the one with the perfume department, I know. The only way out is through the perfume department! Okay, I don't think the dots are too big, thankfully. Van Geeks is a classic. Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick. Mayonnaise is not an instrument. Horseradish isn't an instrument either. But I think it for me, I kind of mentioned like the graveyard shift. That might be my favorite. And dying for pie. I referenced the part where SpongeBob runs out of the Krusty Krab to take the garbage out so much, especially while I'm playing Metroid not other Metroid Dread, and you so like I don't know if you've played. I mean, no, I know Bailey has, but Sheila, I don't know if you've played Metroid Dread or seen Metroid Dread, but there are segments where you're chased by these robot things called the Emmys, and if they catch you, you pretty much get game over. But yeah, during those Emmy chase sequences, or like when I'm in those areas, I just think of just that scene of SpongeBob running to take out the trash when I'm going through those areas when he's screaming. That is literally me. The first person Bailey can confirm that. Because I've actually, like, played in voice chat with him, and, like, he has heard me scream so many times during that. It's like now thinking of, like, random SpongeBob episodes. I think like literally earlier this year, like I think me and Bailey actually did like marathon like seasons 1 to 3. I think we saw like a few episodes of 4, but we mostly watched like 1 to 3, and that was really fun. Just rewatching so many of those episodes and saying like, yeah, these held up so well. Cause like the it sounds like somebody wants to slide something. Oh, you know what? I also just remembered now that we're thinking about Tom Kenny screaming it. Oh my gosh! Was it a floating shopping or a haunted shopping list? That either way, that made me. I just. That, I figure it was. Where are you two barking at? Sometimes these two bark at nothing. Yes, I'm talking about you, Eve. I'm talking about you, Psycho. I'm talking about you. You're going to give me kisses. Dog behavior, yes. Or at least these dogs in particular. Cause I've taken care, cause I've also do a bit of dog sitting on the side, but these two are like the dogs that tend to bark at nothing a lot. I don't know why. I think they're just weird like that. Yeah, I kind of. Well, I don't know if I mentioned this. I did clear the Forgotten Land DLC. It was fine. I don't think it was worth like $80 if you didn't have the game already. I was like talking a lot with people where like I expected the final boss of that DLC to be super hard, but in where yeah, if you're like underprepared, yeah, it's hard, but if you were overprepared like me and a bunch of other people were, where you walked into it expecting like Dark Souls, or like as prepared as I was whenever I was going to fight a Manticore in Valkyrie profile, uh, you're going to pretty much mop the floor with the final boss. It's like didn't know if it was just me, but a lot of people kind of confirmed, like, yeah, that it's not just you. I thought it was I kind of expected it. They expected it to be hard. They over prepared, and it was kind of laughable, especially with how like the game hyped up how hard this boss was. Like, oh, it can destroy the world. It had to be sealed away by the Starries, or like the world would be destroyed or whatever. I say the world, I mean the Forgotten Land. Well, yeah, the Forgotten Land is a world, so yeah, the world would be destroyed, and then like basically if you because what I did was I used like the item that gave you pretty much 2 life bars. I used Morphonite Sword, which of course is a game in a blueprint you only get after beating like base Forgotten Lands post-game story, because that's the one where you actually fight Morphonite. And Morphonite Sword is actually pretty broken, because the more you HP you more times you hit a enemy, you recover HP. But yeah, I had the 2 life bars. Sorry, I'm just seeing if these dots look right. I can't. Let me arrange it a bit. Yeah, Forgotten Land DLC, like, if you already have Curry in the Forgotten Land and the Switch 2, I recommend getting it. Otherwise, I think you should just wait on getting it, unless if you're in the mood for a Corb game. Just kind of wait until you play not play just wait. If you want a Corb game, just wait until Air Riders comes out. I forgot what the word I was looking for was for a moment. Yeah, I saw you redeemed it for another SD Gundam fact. I am sorry. It took me a while to get here because of my tangent. Let's see here. Let me pick out something from a folder. You already know about this, but let's go with my favorites. One of my favorite bits of trivia. So SD Gundam has a habit of using characters based on other properties in addition to Gundam ones. The most famous of these is Kikoshin Densetsu, which is Armor God Legend, I believe. It's the fourth of the original SD Gundam Gaiden stuff. But this is famous because this was not only based on... This was based on two things. It was based on God Mars and Sailor Moon. Where, like, the main character summons a combining mech. It's a mech that can combine into a giant mech, which that in turn is which that is based on God Mars, and then because his backstory involves him coming from the moon, he is based on Sailor Moon. So yeah, the entire like plotline is basically just God Mars. And that, well, that's not a negative thing, of course. I mean, I love Kikoshin Densetsu. It's probably my favorite Night Gundam work. Well, one of my favorite Night Gundam works. The only one that I'd say might be on its par with it being my favorite is Sadric Knight Saga. Because I mean, I really like Sadric Knight Saga, of course. I kinda can't really pick between both of them. Of course, this isn't the first time that something like this has happened. The Gold Saga in particular randomly had like a bunch of like Xeon enemy guys that were based on like Marvel superheroes. And that was funny. Like, it was mostly like the X-Man and Spider-Man. Well, I think more specifically, it was just the X-Men and Spider-Man. And that was funny. Then, of course, like, I mentioned this before, like, the Storm Sword form for a Night Impulse Gundam is literally just Tekkaman Blade. And then, like, a Devil Dragon Knight Destiny Gundam is literally just Tekkaman Evil. Well, you pointed that one out to me. I guess I can't really take credit for that. It's like I showed you the design and you're like, hi, Tekkaman Evil. I think I could actually start working. Blocking this stuff out. You know, like adding color and stuff. No, I think I'm gonna kind of add a bit more to this. But yeah, I remember I showed you that, and you were like, high-tech man evil. It was just Tekkaman Evil. You know, I need to go a second to Charles to see if that Tekkaman Evil figure is still there. Do you want me to get you that if it's still there? Like the old-ass Tekkaman Evil figure. Just trying to cross this just so I can, cause I'm gonna draw in like these things of nightstand things. Cause I think like it's good for like couples to have like nightstands on both sides. And yeah, maybe this bed might be a bit too big for them, but at least it seems to be comfortable, right? Right? I'll make a new layer. Why not? I'm just kind of winging it with the land designs because this is what I do, this is who I am, a Shadow the Hedgehog joke. Goodbye, Doctor. No! Or something like that, I don't know. Hydrate! I have drink in the Wawa. I have Wawa. Well, thankfully I managed to fill up a bottle of Wawa. Before the Strom. Yeah, I sometimes call this the Strom. Because it's fun. I think I'm very quick. Yeah, I think I can probably put the bow on the nightstand. I know, like, she's a limit, so she can, like, oh, she can just form it out of herself because she's a limit and she's made of a liquid metal. So she can just make it herself. But I think, but hey, if limits can have like closets and clothing and stuff, but I think they can. It's fine if she like has it can like put her bow to the side when take out her bow when she's sleeping. Like I think that's a valid thing to do. So, with Halloween coming up, are any of you planning of watching any spooky or movies? I know, like like my beloved Turner Classic Movies is going to be doing a lot of horror stuff this year, so I'm probably gonna do stuff with that. And that's fair. Like it's sometimes hard to like find time to watch movies. Like even then, like Oh, that's valid too. I know, like, on my personal server, we are also planning. We're planning on playing Resident Evil for the PlayStation 2. So, Resident Evil 4. The PlayStation 2 version of Resident Evil 4. And that's actually gonna be my first time playing through a Resident Evil game. So that's gonna be fun, I'm sure. I don't blame you, like, if I'm, like, very into working on something, sometimes if someone just comes up behind me while I'm, like, working, I get, like, actually jump scared by them. Because, though that might be my own fault, because I, like, tune, like, out of my environment, and I'm, like, so hyper-focused on something. I mean, we can watch one of the kaiju movies that we're probably gonna air on, TCM. Cause, yeah, we went over that actually in DMs, like, cause I showed you, like, oh, the schedule for this month. Cause, I actually sometimes love that bit when TCM, like, puts up, like, a schedule and stuff for what they're going to air. Of course, like, they're going to be airing one of my favorite movies, Houseu from 1977. That's, like, one of my favorite, more Halloween movies, because it's like, yeah, it's considered a horror movie, but at least to me, it's not scary at all. Like, I think it's more horror in the sense, like, oh, it's kind of in basically what's a haunted house. But the, special effects of that movie are, like, bad on purpose. Because, oh, it's meant to, like, resemble, well, like, drawings of a child. It's meant to basically be based on stuff that happened as kids. I need to take another drink of water. It's like, I particularly remember, like, one thing mentioned is that the director Nobuhiko Obayashi thought of, like, dreams and stuff like his, daughter, I think, had. Like, the whole scene with the piano was based where, like, that caused people to have, PTSD flashbacks to the piano from Mario 64. That was based on, like, a nightmare his daughter had, I believe. Where, like, there was a grand, like, concert piano. Excuse me. And she was, like, scared that, like, it would get, like, eat her. And guess what happens in the movie? Yeah, one of the characters is eaten by the piano. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, there's a bunch of sci-fi horror, a bunch of the Hammer Dracula films. in some kaiju films. There's Gojira or Godzilla. You know, basically specifically the 1954 movie. And because this is Turner Classic Movies, what they're specifically going to do is air it in Japanese audio with English subtitles. The Japanese version of the movie with English subtitles, because that's what they usually do. Ibira, the Horror of the Deep. That's another one. The War of the Gargantuas. Destroy All Monsters. Which I mostly remember watching. Mostly because I remember it being bad, I think? Like, I think you specifically, like, Bailey specifically said, like, I kept asking where the monsters were throughout the whole movie. Like, yeah, I think the guy was, boo, get back to the monsters! The Black Scorpion, the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, the Giant Behemoth. Is a Vera a shrimp or a lobster? It like looks like a lobster from the image you sent me. Oh, it's a lobster, because I thought Ebi also meant a shrimp. Oh yeah, I forgot they're airing Yotsuya Kawaiden. That's the famous Japanese ghost story where like people go to have people who adapt it now have to go to pray at a Okiku's shrine if they have to have her blessing before they adapt it. Otherwise, the production will be cursed. That's not a joke. Okay, now I've got to check that. Oh my god! Ebi in Japanese usually refers to prawns, although it can also be crab or lobster. So I was kind of right, I guess. But it's like, yeah, it's shrimp, but it's sometimes also used to refer to lobster. Oh, yeah, I think I can actually start inking this. For real this time. Oh, let me just add a bit. Yeah, I think I can start working on this. Well, I mean, I've been working on this. You know, I mean, I can start inking this. Hmm. Now let's go. Let's go. Yippee. Okie dokie. Okay, yeah, that explains it. Haha, I forgot layer stuff. If you're interested in digital art, I would highly recommend using Krita. At least if you're like unsure about it at first. Because I know like people like swear by like things like Procreate or Clip Studio Paint. For like a bunch of other things. Yes, there is a drawing program called Procreate. You know they were not thinking about what Procreate could also mean. But yeah, like I said, I've seen people swear by like Clip Studio Paint, Procreate. Yo, it's mostly Clip Studio Paint. I've seen people swear by. But the main problem is, I don't care if like, oh, Clip Studio Paint's so good, you can get so many brushes. That thing is like fucking. I'm not paying fucking $60+ for a fucking drawing program. That's just kind of my thing. Is like, oh, but you only have to pay for it once. Yeah, I can also just get Krita and like not have to pay shit. What's your point? Oh, but there's like so many different brushes you can use with Clip Studio Paint. You can do the same thing with Krita. Like one of my favorite, like I actually have a lot of custom brushes, different brushes that I've downloaded for this. Yes, Krita FTW. It's free. Free open source. Yeah, it's great. I mean, I actually originally started using Krita basically because I didn't know how often I was going to do digital art. I just kind of stuck with it because it's kind of become what I know the best. And its layout is very simple for me to understand. Especially because like it's not too crowded. Because I have like seen there's like a very good YouTube video. I need to check who the user is, where they like try every like free art drawing program. And I think they did Krill was like still one of the highest ranked ones. Hold on, let me pull up the user for that. Oh yeah, Pcat. This Pcat was the user I saw did a video on it. I thought it was really funny. Oh yeah, yeah. I think favorite of those was that them trying Blender, and her reaction was like basically like, if you really hate someone, just recommend Blender to them. If you really hate someone. And that was so funny to me. Bailey, why are you posting a beer on the discussion channel? Is it like mods are asleep? That is true though. I never used Blender myself, but I've watched that video, but I would not recommend that to any sane artist. Unless they're like a masochist or they really hate themselves. In every round when you people least expected it. I know you do. Honestly, I should rewatch that video. I love that video. It's so funny. Let's see if I could. Oh, that delay's way too much. Maybe like lower it a bit. I love to draw so. I mean, I keep saying it. I just love to draw so much. It genuinely makes me so happy. It's like there was like I had to take so long of a break in August, and that was just plain miserable. Especially because I think I like had no idea why I was in so much pain, and I thought it was because I overdid it. But no, it's because like I kept putting on my brace too much. Because like the day after like I took it off, left it off for the night, I was actually perfectly fine. But like yeah, that month was miserable. I know at some point I might try to do a movie stream this month, actually. Or if I can get that up, one program up where I can talk with Bailey, so we can commentate over Carnival of Souls. Because I think that's like the one movie we can watch, like stream and get away with it. Because that's in the public domain. I did watch Carnival of Souls once. It was a pretty good movie, actually. But yeah, definitely, like, if you want to, like... Please let me draw this circle. I can draw a circle. I can draw a circle. I can circle a draw. Yippee. I circled a draw. Now I also have like a... Because I sometimes use P-Stream to watch movies. I did like create a queue of that. Of like movies I kind of want to watch. Sometimes because I watched them on TCM. Or happen to see them on there, but I never got a chance to watch it, and sometimes just because I want to. You know, just because I can go through like my P-Stream thingy. And like to pick some choice things. Of course I have House on here. Vertigo. Singing in the Rain. Black Narcissus. The Red Shoes. The One Prince of Tennis movie. The one with the rapping Californian tennis players, specifically. The Apartment. The Legend of Boggy Creek. Vertigo. The Eyes of Laura Mars. The Town That Dreads Sundown. Akira Kurosawa's Dreams. Rear Window. The Great Race. Sunset Boulevard. Let's Scare Jessica to Death. The Trouble with Harry. The Tenant. Onibaba, and Jigoku. I know. I like, it's basically about a bunch of movies I'm interested in watching. Yeah, of course I might add stuff to that. Okay, so, that's done. Or is it? Hold on. Let's say it's done. Sure, let's remove this layer to, Okay, yeah. Lots of work to do. Damn, what the hell is past me thinking? I don't really like that. So here, let's go with this. These are gonna be for the little nightstand. Let's do this. I think that's good. Haley, have you watched Singing in the Rain? You wanna watch it again? Sword movie. Yeah, I should probably just put down the mattress stuff first. Put down the lines for the mattress first. Yeah, because I think that'll make things a bit easier. Just put down the lines for the mattress first. So then I know where the I think it's be no, so I'll just turn off the my pad for now since I'm mostly just putting together. You can't see through the line here, actually. Do not like. Plus, I have no idea what I'm doing with this nightstand. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm attempting something. The thing I know is that I'm attempting something. I'm making some kind of attempt to do a thing. Okay, well, I think that might be fine. Though the thin lines look a bit awkward, actually. So I might need to redo that. Then I should probably outline the blanket first too. I think maybe I could use a thicker line. I kind of want to save the 25G pen for Meditaccini. Oh, let's go with this. It's so this is the thing. Thought the birds sounds from the song were actually coming from outside. I'm like, wait a minute, it's not the morning. It does sound like what you'd hear in the mornings in Pennsylvania. Really? You would know. You stayed in Pennsylvania for a bit. For at least a week. For more than a week. Isn't this the... The hell does that... Like, kind of how long it took, I'm probably gonna see if I can cheat. No, I won't be able to cheat. No, the drawer's too short. Yeah, I probably know I probably shouldn't have to draw like a drawer like this, but I feel like I should, and it's kind of funny because like I've drawn like mecha for like I don't know how many years. Yet I hate like drawing nightstands and backgrounds. Artist who draws it, who willingly draws mecha, hates it drawing backgrounds and furniture. Summer goes where? Or see, the joke is that the name of the song on this track is Summer Goes, so Summer goes where? I am funny. By the way, I am serious about the drawing mecha part. I can actually draw mecha. And probably like if people like me, if you guys like me doing these drawing streams, I might actually try to draw one of my favorite SD Gundam stuff next time. Yeah, maybe I can like make these like boxes, box nightstand drawer things. I think I would have something like that. Hello, no new person. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for joining my stream. I am Akachi, also known as Rika. I'm an artist. I mostly do video games, but I am seeing how if I can actually handle doing art streams, so I can probably do them. Because I love drawing as well as playing video games, so I thought I might as well learn, see if I can handle doing a drawing stream as well. You're an alien from Mars because you came to this planet because you're stupid. Did you were you planning on going somewhere else? And you just happened to come here? Is that what happened? Oh, you were supposed to go to a different planet, but you just came to Earth? Sorry, don't mind the dogs in the background. You're stuck here until GTA 6 comes out, or I guess unless someone else picks you up. So I guess you have to wait here until like you can get to gas, or GTA 6 comes out. Is someone going to come pick you up when like GTA 6 comes out? Or you just gotta have it stuck here? Sister Will, but she's busy terrorizing the sixth dimension elves nation. Well, damn. Hopefully she gets done with that soon. Cause sure you wanna go home at some point. I hope if anything I can make your stay on this planet a bit nicer. I like just being a autistic lady drawing the things I like. Sometimes playing games, just doing stuff. Doing stuff is fun. I am very good at making quotes. Fun stuff is fun. Aw, thank you. That doesn't mean a lot. I tried to make a lot of people happy with what I do, because I'm of course not in this for money. I'm more just doing this because I have fun doing it. And I hope like everyone kind of like I mean, I'm sure like you can kind of tell like I mostly do this for fun. I just hope like pretty much my streams can like bring a bit of happiness into someone's day. Oh, definitely. Like sometimes just streaming actually does kind of make me do things, even if it's just playing games. Cause I have actually have like a backlog of games, and that's kind of why I started streaming, of course. But I just decided to try doing a drawing stream for a bit because I wanted to see how well it would do. Well, I'm happy you had fun. You're having fun chatting with me. I swear I can speak English. Which I just sometimes get tongue tied. Like I said, I swear I can do this. Well, you have to do alien work as well, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure you're busy with alien related work as well. And I'm sure, like, they may, like, have, paperwork to do, or, like, because you're, like, not on planet, you have to, like, pretty much do whatever the alien version of, like, working from your house, your ship or whatever. Because, like, oh, just because you're stuck on another planet doesn't mean can take a break. You still have to work. It's like how schools are nowadays here, where it's like, oh, just because you have a snow day. Because after COVID, we show like, oh yeah, you can still like go to have like go to school from home, and that pretty much means that like now you can't have like snow days anymore. At least how I remember them, where like it was a day where like you had no school. Yeah, I imagine like it's like okay, where nowadays I think it's now just oh, you just have to turn on your computer. You still have school. It's just online now. Fuck you. Well, I curse a lot. Especially when I'm like I'm like streaming, like video games. Like I'm pretty sure like I dropped the F bomb. There was a part in like the one of the Knights of the Round Table streams where I just spent several minutes dropping the F bomb. Yeah, where I was literally just yelling fuck a lot. Get why exactly. I think it was because of a boss I was fighting. It was really hard. First word you learned in English is fuck. Did you land in like New York or something? I think New York is like the stereotypical, like, they curse a lot there. Oh, I see. That makes sense. That it's. I mean, I've been drawing my OCX can thing, but that specifically reminds me of a story one of my friends wrote, where like one of their kids learned the word Merida from Mennonite, which is I had because I do not well because I know because I don't speak Spanish. That means I had to look that up, and that meant shit in Spanish, and that was just very. So it's like this kid's like saying like, "Mommy, I learned a new word." Oh, what'd you learn? Merida. Oh, I'm going to have a talk with your father. Okay, so yeah, let's continue with the block drawers. I was calling these block drawers to make it easier because I think my own parents actually have blocky like drawers in their room. It can I should probably have some more water. I can feel my throat getting a bit dry. Actually, I'm going to go grab some more water. I'll be back in a bit. I have hydrated. Well, at least I feel hydrated. I am definitely. I have obtained more water. Yeah, I should probably use like the do it again. The funny meme. It's like the funny meme. Alright, so now let's, I think that's straight. Oh no! Why would she do that? Other than I guess to be a dick. Or a tattletale, or just a dick, or a well, both I'd say. Yeah, fuck her. Yeah, middle schoolers can be nasty. If they're not depressed. Yeah, thankfully, I'm just thinking, what can I do? You grew up before the internet was a thing during your middle school. Yeah, I think you were pretty lucky, so, because then you didn't have to worry about things like, social media. You're busy playing with clay. Fun playing with clay, honestly. I remembered I took a ceramics class in, high school. And beat each other up! Awesome. Do you, like, beat each other up with the clay? Or do you just beat each other up in general like a Fight Club? Like it's... Dragon Ball cars, yeah. Yeah, that would make sense. If it was before the internet. Good days, Now, kids, kind of, especially because, like, I remember reading, like, about how there's, like, a lot less, like, sort of, because of, like, things like Neighborhood Watch. Because, there's kind of, like, nothing really to do. Yeah, then we discovered the internet and life went to shit, yeah. I mean, mostly, I definitely say yeah. At the same time, I did meet. I mean, you've seen like the user Gundam Bailey in the chat. He's my boyfriend. I actually would not have met him without the internet. And he's like the nicest guy I've ever met. He's actually come to meet me in real life. And that was like one of the best weeks I've had in my life. I hope someday I'd actually can go to Illinois to meet him again. Yeah, I will say, like, definitely the internet might be a yeah. Yeah, well, I will not deny that, like, the internet definitely has led to a lot of bad things. At the same time, like, it has led to so many good things. Like, one of the franchises that has really influenced me is SD Gundam. Like, some of the more obscure, like, Japan-only stuff has really, like, influenced me a lot. And probably would not have learned about that without the internet. Ah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, there's a chance of going. Well, especially nowadays, since there's now a lot of series that are like borderline hentai, where it's like you look at them and you kind of see like, how is this not hentai? And they're like somehow not hentai, I guess, because I don't know. Like the only explanation I can think. Well, you see, it's because oh, they're straight up showing them now? What are they going to do to make people buy the overpriced Blu-ray versions? Unless that's the exact reason why, because they know people won't buy the Blu-ray versions of, like, whatever isekai borderline hentai thing of the week. So they just, kind of put it in like, a later broadcast. Now I just remembered, like, cause, oh, definitely not. Or at least people that mostly tend to, like, write anime original stuff. Honestly, yeah. Or, like, anyone that works on, like, isekai stuff, honestly. I'd go as far as to say. It's like, I have been, like a... Yeah, I don't blame you. Well, actually, the only modern series I've actually watched is Witch Watch. And even then, that's because it's an adaptation of a manga, but it's mostly because it's the adaptation of the manga of the same name, and I'm already a big fan of the mangaka. Yeah, that too. I think it's Kenta Shinohara's the mangaka I'm thinking of. Witch Watch. Thank you for the follow. Let me put this in the chat. So I've been actually this is like the most recent like anime I've been watching because I'm a big fan of Kenta Shinohara and or at least his first manga series, Sket Dance. Like, I'm a big fan of Sket Dance, and it's a very cute comedy manga. It's about a girl named Nico. She's a witch, and she moved in with her childhood friend who's from an Oni clan and's become her familiar. And she wants to become wit, full-fledged witch, and hilarity ensues. It's a very cute comedy series, but of course it does hit you in the feels sometimes. Yes, Sket Dance! I love Sket Dance! Sket Dance is one of my favorite manga series of all time. Actually, that Sket Dance was the reason I just wanted to watch Witch Watch, is because it was by the same mangaka. And of course, that's like one of my favorite manga series of all time. And yeah, I've been watching like the anime adaptation. And yeah, you can really tell it's by the manga artist of Sket Dance. Oh yeah, that there was a Gintama crossover episode in the series. The reason for that is because Kenta Shinohara, of course the mangaka, was an assistant on Gintama. So basically he helped out Gintama's mangaka with making Gintama. And of course because of that they were like good friends. And that's why that crossover exists. It's also very funny because Gintoki's a Japanese voice actor also voices a character in Sket Dance named Switch. So of course they put in a voice actor joke there. And like one of I love the comedy of Sket Dance, of course, but I also love how like it's very good at hitting you in the feels. And Witch Watch does that too. Well, I think at least so far, I don't think it's done it as much as. Yeah, now I'm wondering that. Oh, Rekka 7, I remember. I need to rewatch Rekka 7 at some point. I mean, I do plan on actually rewatching it at some point. Because my personal server I have with my friends, we do like scheduled anime streams, and we have Eureka 7 scheduled under a specific set of theme called Irresponsible Adults Give Children Weapons of Mass Destruction. Yeah, now I'm gonna look that up with it. Gintama. Yeah, that just reminds me, I have to watch Astra Lost, or read Astra Lost in Space, because he also worked on that. Hideaki Sorachi is the. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, I definitely do still rewatch it at some point. I'm actually not really sure what Yeah, I'm just like looking and it's just kind of seems he's just kind of vibing. And sometimes doing art for other Shonen Jump stuff. Which I honestly don't really blame him. Oh yeah, definitely. I don't blame him because I've heard like how nightmarish working on weekly manga is. Like I know people love joking about like Hunter x Hunter and calling it hiatus, but the reason for that is how bad Togashi's health is just from working on the weekly manga. And of course like I've heard about like how I mean my boyfriend actually mentioned this as a Bleach fan. He's how Kubo's health was actually pretty bad when he was working on the final arc of Bleach, to the point where like he had to rush like the last 4th of the arc because both Shonen Jump and his doctor were saying, like, okay, you gotta wrap this up quickly, you're going to die if you keep working the way you're doing. And of course, that's why, like, Eiichiro Oda kind of, like, is allowed to, like, take breaks whenever... Yeah, why... If you're insanely rich, why would you suffer from that? I mean, Eiichiro Oda, the mangaka of One Piece, I'm pretty sure is able to just take breaks whenever he wants, and for however long he needs to, because of that. It's like, what are they going to do to stop him? Bro is, Bro, like, is the mangaka of, like, one of the most popular Shonen Jump manga. Like, what are they gonna do to stop him? Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think so, but at the same time, I kind of do think he might want a bit of control and stuff. Like, like, as myself, who is an artist, sometimes, like, I'd want to do things myself. Even like, hi, Live, hi. I hope you're doing well. We're doing an art stream this time. Yeah, but... Yeah, if they are, yeah, I can see that. Just kind of let him take a break while, or more like what he could do is, like, he could just, like, write up kind of, like, a script for, that week's episode, or, like, whatever manga they're working on this week is, like, or, like, do a rough sketch, and it's like, okay, this is what's going on this week, go ahead. Well, that's because it's Boruto. No one actually cares about Boruto anymore. And you can tell because they all never actually... It's always just about Naruto. It's never about Boruto. Yeah, that's because Boruto's like a cash grab, a cash grab in the most cash grab sense, in my opinion, where it only exists because Naruto was popular. And of course, like, a lot of series, they want a sequel. Is Yeah, they should make a series about Boruto's dad. He did seem like a really cool guy. It's a real shame they didn't, though. Definitely. I mean, that's why, like, whenever they bring, why people rarely ever bring up Boruto unironically. Except the people on Copium. Yeah, I remember watching the dub and thinking he was amazing. That. Like, I mean, I will admit Naruto had like a whole lot of problems, but at the same time, it did have like it's like it had a lot of problems, but also you could tell there was passion put into it, if you know what I mean. Which you could tell like it. There's basically you can tell there's a lot more care put into Naruto than of course Boruto ever had. Again, that's what happens when you're a cash grab. I'm going to probably try to see if I could actually finish inking, mostly inking this before I end the stream. I should be done soon. TM. Well, at this point, it might just be either when I finish inking or if my wrist starts to hurt. Whichever happens first. Or at least I'll just get like the main outlines done first. I'll do like the detail inking stuff. Likely when I do another drawing stream. I just want to get like these blocks out first. Oh, let's see how the... Yeah, I can use the 25. Am I actually... Yeah, that would definitely be a better ending than whatever the hell it was. Like, I definitely do like leaving that open ending where it's like, you can't tell if they're inside his genjutsu or if they actually won. And, that would like I could definitely see that being like a debate for years in the fandom. Like, did they actually win or did Madara actually win? And there would be like so many like people debating on like social media about that. And like 4-hour long YouTube essays like Madara actually won and here's why. Yeah, Kishimoto should pay you. You could pay you, especially if you like improve any of the female characters he wrote. As we all know, Kishimoto cannot write women. He should just pay you to like rewrite his ending, and then you can rewrite his female characters and make them three-dimensional and interesting. Not Tabayo. No, hold on. Let me check that now. Okay, yeah. Honey, are you finished drawing Tsunade's boobs yet? Dinner's getting cold. Yeah, he is married. In 2003, Kishimoto married but did not take a honeymoon with his wife until 2015 due to being busy with Naruto. In the making of the last Naruto the movie, Kishimoto based the idea of Hinata Hyuga wanting to make a scarf for Naruto Uzumaki on how his wife once did the same for him. But yeah, he is married. And apparently did not take a honeymoon because he was too busy with Naruto until 2015. Also, they have one son. Yeah, that's the Oda art experience, I'd say. Yeah, as I think people love as kind of I think everyone know Oda is not the best at drawing women now. You know, now I'm curious to know if Oda's married. No way, yes he is! Because I think there was a image of him with the One Piece cast and his wife! And their son! I think that kind of depends on like the age difference. Like I don't know how big the age difference between them is. I could also honestly see them being together before One Piece. Yeah, Katoki is very good as a mecha designer, honestly. There's a reason why, like, pretty much they have him, he still is finding work today. I believe it's like Hajime Katoki who did like the wing mech design. Oh, they did see that. I think that was like just a trailer. They did. Yeah, just looked up. It's Hajime Katoki. He did like a lot of Gundam mech designs. He did so many of them and a bunch of Super Robot Wars stuff. Oh, it definitely would cost them a fortune, but like I said, Hajime Katoki is still getting work to this day from what I've seen. Because of course, like he does like so many of like the original stuff for Super Robot Wars. He did Gundam Sentinel. He did Stardust Memory, Victory Gundam, G Gundam, Crossbone, Wing, 8th MS Team, Miss Igloo, Unicorn, Hathaway. Then like some specific Master Grade versions, and like he did the max designs for Virtual On. Oh yeah, he's well. You can join me and Bailey when we drive over to Japan to make sure to make them make a new SD Gundam anime that adapts one of the Japanese-only SD Gundam works. Especially since, depending on which one they're adapting, they're going to want to go all out. Because I've seen how SD Gundam Twitter is. We'd have to pick Knights of the Round Table. They will lose their shit if that is not done well. Yeah, we could probably also get them to do something in the wing art style as well. Maybe like, what would be a good Gundam Wing thing to adapt? G-Unit, Episode 0. Maybe Episode 0 would be good. I hesitate to say Frozen Teardrop. Because I don't think anyone likes Frozen Teardrop. Oh, I think I want to say I think I know which one you're talking. I want to say that's a Gundam Force. Because I see the word Code Geass and I can instantly think of the character designer of Code Geass. I forget the name of the artist, but I know like the human character designer of that worked on the character designs for like Code Geass, Gunsword, and Galgagar. His name's escaping me. I think he passed away last year. And like, here's the Gundam Seed. Hisashi Hirai. Oh, Code Geass style. Gundam Seed. No, Hisashi Hirai hasn't worked on any SD Gundam original characters. The closest is that, of course, like the newer Card-Ass series, use Gundam Works, like the newer Night Gundam Works use like Gundam, like usually at the time, currently airing Gundam series as their basis. And one of my favorites, Sadric Knight Saga, used Seed stuff. Okay, it's Superior Defender Gundam Force. I feel so sorry if that's your first experience. Cause the thing with Gundam Force is that I can see how it could be good, I just don't think it's good. Like, one of the main problems for me is that, like, this was done in the 2000s, early 2000s, which means 3D CGI is not good. And they, of course, decided to use that for the human characters. And in addition to that, they animated using mocap. So, like, they just pretty much, in the words of, like, the cinema snob, that's enough the ingredients to level an entire city block. Because, I have actually seen, well, now that, let me look up the name of the artist. Yeah, I gotta go our character design. Takahiro Kimura. That's his name. Yeah, he did the human character designs. But yeah, I've seen his 2D drawings of the characters from Gundam Force, and they actually look good. Wing, yeah, Shore's counterattack was amazing. Wing, Thunderbolt. Eighth MS team, yeah. Eighth MS team, I know that's a controversy. I actually didn't mind that. Because I know, like, in a sense, like, a lot of people have kind of reevaluated it as being not that good. But I still think it's really good. Oh, Gundam F91. That's a movie. I remember hearing about, like, how Gundam F91 was supposed to be a TV series, but Sunrise Gundam Sunrise. But Bandai Gun Bandai, they just made that movie. Oh yeah, the animation for those are amazing. Like, I brought up Knights of the Round Table for Etigum Gaiden because, 8th MS team, yeah, 8th MS team I personally thought was really good, honestly. But honestly speaking, like, I mean, like a lot of big Gundam series, in my opinion, it's one of those, you know the phrase, like, it's great as long as you don't have a bitch whispering in your ear how much it sucks. Oh yeah, especially if you watch it dubbed. I think the dub is honestly very, it's where it's competent, but it's also funny. And I believe, like, you can, well, if you're a fan of, like, Yuri Lowenthal, it's how you can hear, like, one of his first roles. Is it actually... Are you... fucking kidding me? I drew... Sorry about that. I just cut myself off because I just realized that I drew over the Yes, the Gundams have mouths. Yeah, you're good. I'm just kind of freaking out because it's like I did not realize that because I drew on the wrong layer. I think I'm just gonna probably try to finish what I've started here. Try to kind of catch up a bit with what I'm doing. Oh, definitely. I think Force is one of the best series to at least watch with someone else. Like, get a couple of friends, maybe get like some beers or some drinks, and just riff on it. That is honestly the best way to watch Gundam Force, in my opinion. It's like you just need to like get some beers, get some drinks, get a friend or two, and just watch it. And yeah, definitely if you do show your friend, let me know how it goes because honestly speaking, some of the reactions I've seen of Force are so fucking funny. Also, I do want to note that a fun fact is that all the mechs in Gundam Force are based on you could tell that Gundam Force was specifically made for the American market because a lot of the mechs they chose are specifically from series that did well were very popular that aired overseas and did well. Cause like and that's why like Hajime Katoki is credited because a lot of the mechs that bases for the characters in that are from mechs he did the designs on. Yeah, Zero the Winged Knight is based on the Wing Zero. Baka Netsumaru, who is a Musha Gundam, who is basically a samurai, he's based on Shining Gundam, I believe, from G Gundam. No problem! I'll be streaming Valkyrie Profile on Monday. So I hope you can tune in for that. Hope you have a good sleep and good luck with work tomorrow. And thanks so much for joining us. Yeah, I kind of mentioned it, I'm just gonna try to get what I've done here. I do like, cause I am so, honestly. No problem! I hope you and your friend can enjoy riffing on it if you two decide to. It is indeed an abomination, but it is a fun abomination. Well, thank you. Might take that up at some point. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm just gonna lock in a bit to try and finish this. Okay, I know I'm not exactly done, but it's late. I think this is a good stopping point. I got so much done. So I think, of course, I'm gonna end it here. I hope all of you had fun with this stream like I did. Lots of people came. We met lots of friends. I hope you all enjoyed it. Again, this Monday we're going to be continuing Valkyrie profile. We're gonna still continue preparing stuff for the true ending. And I hope to see some of you guys then, as per usual, in the words of the Jumbastion mages. Jum, bye bye.